One of the most special feelings we can experience, in my experience, is reverence. It's such a deep and profound feeling to hold something sacred in your life. The attitude of reverence is something that was missing in my life for a very long time, and I believe it's missing from most people's lives, especially since science has replaced religion in many, many people's lives. The Enlightenment, as it was called, where we woke up from religion and turned towards science in the past few hundred years, has led to a big disconnection from something that's a very deep part of ourselves. And I truly believe that this loss contributes to a lot of the suffering that we are experiencing in the world today. And that doesn't mean that religion is the answer to this, because religion was all about dogma and very toxic structures and beliefs. But religion was all founded on the sacred, the holy, our relationship to that, our direct relationship to that, without all the dogma, without all of the toxicity that we have witnessed in religion. And we have made the grave error of sacrificing what was underneath religion for the toxicity that was in it and replacing it with something that completely kills that part of ourselves. And a lot of people have turned towards spirituality, but spirituality for many people lacks reverence, lacks something sacred in nature. And that's why for me, spirituality and divinity are two different things. Spirituality can be completely devoid of divinity, can be completely devoid of the sacred and the holy. It, because spirituality, in essence, is just about energy, spirits, entities, our energy, our relationship to energy, to the energetic realms. And divinity is at a whole different level. And a lot of us, I know this about myself and many of the people I have also worked with, is that when we're on the spiritual path, it's not necessary that it feels sacred. It's not necessary that we treat it with that preciousness, with that reverence, with that respect, and the attitude that it creates within us, that we are in the presence of something that's truly holy, that's truly divine, that's truly sacred. And I believe that this is a very important relationship to have with life. If we do not treat life as sacred, if we have forgotten that life in itself is the most sacred and precious gift that we have received, and we do not have that reverence towards life and source of life, we are missing out on something very special in our own lives, in our own life experience. And that's what makes our life experience empty. So you can be very spiritual and still feel empty at the same time, because you're still missing the divine, you're still missing that sacred element of life. Because spirituality is very wide, it's very vast, and there's a lot of spirituality that completely misses this aspect. And to connect with this aspect requires going to a very deep level within ourselves, requires healing something very deep within ourselves. Healing and restoring this connection is restoring our connection to the sacred masculine, because a lot of the holy and sacred energy is the sacred masculine energy, which was lost when religion died. or started dying. A lot of religion was associated with the masculine, and that was associated with toxicity. And we lost the whole connection to that. And we forgot that there was something very sacred underneath that. And this is something I have recovered in the last month, last year. And it's changed my life so deeply that it's something I feel this passion to share and bring back to other people's lives, bring back to the world this connection to the sacred nature of life. That life is truly something so sacred, and we treat it so callously, so casually, with so much apathy. We have become so numb to life. We have become so disconnected from life. We are so lost in things that are completely meaningless, chasing things that are completely meaningless, that we've forgotten something that's right here and always present. That's life itself. We've forgotten how sacred and precious this gift is that we have received. Each of us has been given this gift, and we are just completely wasting it, just completely throwing it away, chasing things that leave us emptier and emptier, more and more dissatisfied, more and more disconnected. And all it takes is a switch. It's At the root of it is just a switch to wake up and realize that you're alive. And that in itself is such a divine experience. And that is the portal to the divine, is this connection to ourselves, to life, to nature, to everything. All of these are portals to realizing the sacred and divine nature of life. And it's in that we find our true purpose, our true self, our position in the universe. Because when we are disconnected from the sacred, we get disconnected from the big picture and how we fit into the big picture. That is when we are just trying everything possible, finding ourselves seeking answers. And a lot of people who are on the spiritual path are just seeking, 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 and never finding, because they're still not finding the connection to the divine. They're still not connecting to that sacred masculine, that holy, the reverence. All of that still remains missing when you're just on the spiritual path and you're still not connected to the divine itself. And this message today is just a reminder that the holy and the sacred have nothing to do with religion, have nothing to do with beliefs. The most beautiful part about reality is that it's not conditional upon your beliefs. Just like gravity, it doesn't stop existing just because you stop believing in it. It's the same with divinity. Just because humanity gave up on it, just because humanity decided that science is logical and real and religion and divinity is all nonsense, doesn't mean that it stopped existing. It just means we lost the connection to it and we lose all the beauty and everything special that comes from it. We are the ones who are losing. We are the ones who are experiencing disconnection and suffering. We are the ones who are missing a core essential part of ourselves and our life. And reconnecting with that is each of our individual responsibilities. And this is what I'm guiding in the experience that started today. The replay is available and it's going to be going on in the coming days. So you can sign up for it. The link is in the description below on YouTube. You can find it in my bios on other social media accounts. But this is what I am here to anchor into this world, is restoring our connection not just to the spiritual, the energetic, but also to the divine, the holy, the sacred. And remembering that this has always been a part of humanity, and we've only lost it in the last few hundred years. And we've lost it for the silliest reasons. So if you resonate with this message, I invite you to start connecting, to start contemplating, to start feeling. Just start feeling the connection to life. About just even if it's mental at first, just playing with this thought of, yeah, life truly is sacred. It's so special to be alive. It's so unique. It's so impossible in a sense that we are alive. We've forgotten how impossible it is for the universe to exist. Even science has studied the parameters that are required for life to exist are so incredibly impossible that has to be something, extremely high intelligence that has created all of this. Because science doesn't want to accept something divine in nature, they're still trying to figure out what happened. But they still do agree that it is some incredible intelligence with impossible probabilities for life to exist. It's one in infinite probabilities that life exists in the way it does, and we are here experiencing it. And we forget that how special it is. And we forget that there is a very big intelligence with a grand plan, and we fit into that plan. We have a place, we have a position in that plan, we have a divine purpose. And until we find that, we're always going to feel empty. We're always going to be seeking. The spiritual path can go on forever. And it doesn't mean that when you find the divine, spiritual path ends, but that's where you actually begin your life's purpose, your life's mission, your true sacred divine mission here on earth in this life. Until then, it's just random. You're just doing whatever inspiration strikes. Until you come into the alignment and find what is your divine purpose, what is your position in this universe, what is your relationship to the universe as a soul, you're just going to be lost, and you're going to be seeking and seeking and seeking and feeling empty and feeling disconnected. And it doesn't have to be that way. There's so much fulfillment and so much beauty that's available right here. And this is what is my calling, my mission, my purpose is to help people to find this and take it deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's why I've created this experience, which is free to sign up. I would love to see you in there. I would love to guide you on this. I would love to create the space for you to discover this for yourself. I'm not here to give you some beliefs. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to facilitate a space in which you reconnect with this yourself. I hope this message has awakened some spark in you, takes you deeper into your experience, and I would love to see you on the spiritual journey that I'm leading. It's called Encounters with the Divine. And that's it for today. I would really appreciate if you give it a like, if you share it, if you drop a comment about your views, your experience. And today is day 46 of my 64-day journey, exactly reverse 4664. And I will see you tomorrow for day 47. Thank you.